set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting ready is the kicker, Andrew Franks, and we are underway from Santa Clara. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They come out here in the I. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The ground game, no doubt, that was an issue for Baltimore this year, finishing 28th. Now, West, he was their leader, but only 774 yards.
Can you believe you just said that? The ground game was an issue for Baltimore? Yeah. Because that's what they're based on. I mean, that's who they are offensively. Being able to run the football, set that tone, set that physicality, and then throw the ball off of it. That wasn't Ravens football in 2016. I can't wait to see what they do next season. And will Terrence West be their lead running back?
Here's West. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Let's go a little in-depth on Dixon. He had his moments this year, but the results were mixed. And John Harbaugh, he has said we still need another back. So where does he fit into the picture?
Well, I think he fits squarely into the middle of things because in recent years, the Ravens, who are used to having one back be the guy, they've actually gone to more of a stable. They've gone to kind of, running back by committee. So I think that that's where he fits in because he can catch the ball really well out of the backfield, and you don't want to limit that by getting him beat up running the ball inside all the time.
And Steve Smith hauls it in. A good pickup there at 22. And Steve Smith still making catches on Madden, but his career is over, finishing it with over 1,000 grabs, over 14,000 yards, and 81 touchdowns.
And no one went out better, as far as I'm concerned, than Steve Smith. Did you see his letter to the commissioner?
Tell me about it.
Where he said that I will no longer be around to antagonize defensive backs.
And he did just that.
Agent 89 out. A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. Well, welcome back to the Elite Flyers Club, Mike Wallace in 2016. Back over 1,000 yards catching the ball. We always knew he could run, Brandon. But this year, I thought he really improved route running and making some more difficult contested catches.
And now, Steve Smith gone, and Mike Wallace will be 31 when next season starts, but a lot more weight on his shoulders.
He'll still be able to run. That won't be the problem. But at 31, he'll also understand how to be craftier in what he does and make some of those difficult catches a little easier for himself.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. On first down, it's Tannehill. He's got time. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Now Campanaro. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain? And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Steve Smith, 60 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50, the ball's in the air.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
On 1st down, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 75 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's 17-7. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
and not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
They'll run it with West. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. 3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now West. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Andre Branch able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
For someone who piled up the yardage that Jay Ajayi did in 2016, I think it was a strange type of a year. How many runners do you know that will end the season with more 200-yard games on the ground than 100-yard games and end up over 1,000?
Very, very strange. 3 200-yard games, just 1 100-yard game. All in all, though, how do you see a season? A rough start, but looked pretty good in the end.
Rough start, but a really good offensive line that continues to grow. I think the future's really bright for Jay Ajayi and the Dolphins next season.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Play clock winding down. To throw is Tannehill. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect. But as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 44 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And his kick is right through. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. The low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over, and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan. And you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection. So you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure when they see an empty backfield. So you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And Landry just snuck into the top 10 this year in receiving yardage, 1,136, finishing the year with 94 catches.
And what makes him super dangerous is his ability to convert from being a wide receiver to a running back after making the catch. Because I've talked with a number of defensive backs in the NFL, and all of them, independent of each other, say the exact same thing. Tackling him in the open field is difficult, and he leaves an impact when you do actually bring him down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. There, this is caught. It's Parker. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He gets it to Sims, complete. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run for it with a giant. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get it, push it, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. Surveying the field. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Wallace, 79 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So now here come the Dolphins. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Well, Charles, divisional round of the playoffs didn't disappoint. In particular, The ending of that Packers game and Cowboys, that was spectacular, was it not?
It was. It was like two heavyweights trading blows down the stretch, and neither one of them giving any type of an inch. But I think a lot of people wanted to discuss how Dallas got the tying field goal. Because, remember, they spiked the ball on first down, ran two more plays, and then kicked the tying field goal and left 35 seconds on the clock. So I've heard a lot of people upset about that. Here's where I stand very quickly. 35 seconds is not a lot of time. Kick the tying field goal, take the points, and hope that your defense can hold up. Aaron Rodgers just made some great plays.
He made the play. What a job to extend that, throw it to Cook, and what a catch by Cook.
Incredible catch, stayed in bounds, and how about the call by the official, Rob Vernacci, on the scene, right on the spot, and made a decisive call that was correct. The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And Frank's kick is good. Jeez, I don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here comes Grant on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Second down now after the pass completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Fresh set of downs here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And the play clock's running down. Now it's Tannehill. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he carries this one all the way down to the 9 in the red zone this time.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Second and goal to go now. Tannehill now to give to Ajayi. Now only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he probably... And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. And he's got it up and through. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Smith catches left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. Flacco to throw here on third down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll make it third down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
His throw caught right around the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about...
He's got it! Touchdown, Dolphins! Deion Sims, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he knocks it through. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Time running out here on the play clock. On second down, here's Tannehill sliding out of the pocket, and he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Now it's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
That's caught at the 3. Tannehill. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Deion Sims, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And it's up and good. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go, 4th down, 4th quarter, Flacco. And no, it's incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense on obviously they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They run again with a giant. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Here's Tannehill. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play clock winding down. Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell Suggs from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Under pressure, they got him again. Elvis Dumervil in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Timmy Jernigan in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
It's caught. Kamar Aiken. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Flacco looks to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Third down now following the completed pass.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same.
Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. And out come the Dolphins now. They have the lead. Still a 1-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now just salted away, right? And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They come out here in the eye. Tannehill going to throw it. Rolling to his right. They shakes him off. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. So the D gets the sack on 1st, and now it brings up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, the 20, 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes the heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.